30-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check. 40 got. 40 got. 40
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Vikings 38-yard line.
Set. Blue 60. Hurry.
We ain't the game to turn you up.
50-50.
Don't get nervous. Out.
From the 38, Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Stay 50, stay 50. Go.
Let's go.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
40 got. Hey, orbit.
My five. All day, baby.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Cousins. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. Cook stripped, the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the... And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better?
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Benny Logan jets in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw is Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now out comes Minnesota. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
Shift.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the ground, it's Cook. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flushed out right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. Following the field goal on is the punter, Drew Kaiser, to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Here's Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Going deep here for Stick. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Vikings 29, Lions nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Check.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking to go back to Stills, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep, Danny Amendola. This is taken at the 10. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Drill right, 22.
Operating from the gun, Stafford, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Peterson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Cousins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10.
Gun.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, Bill.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Sack, baby.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 55.
20.
Check 55.
From the gun, Stafford. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins now. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Listen to me.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Defense.
Zebra.
Now it's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stafford now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here.
Move. Hey, zoom. Fires the mic. Fires the mic.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be second and 12.
At the 48-yard line.
You're set. 280. 70. 21.
I got you, Pop.
Hey, wahoo.
5, my 5.
Come on.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
59.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mike 5. Who that? Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at the 20.
Hey, we're good. Move.
Check my 40. In your face.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Hey,
Off the play fake, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. To throw is Cousins. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Again, it's Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Malone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, Stafford here. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 4 yards on the dump-off at 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, we got 3 down. Monday.
Back to throw. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Spins past it. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Omaha, ready to move. 53, ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. The 2nd quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
What? Zero. Check three, check three, check three. X3, 218, chopper.
Throwing again. Stafford. This one over the middle, complete to Fulgham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
32.
On first and 10, Stafford. This is caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
180. Oh, you got deep?
Here's Bowman. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and inches. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. But the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will cut this lead down to 25. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Now a run with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, check. 3 down.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Go ahead. Get that quarterback.
On third down, Cousins. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Set. Lady. You. White.
On first down at Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set. Lady.
Stafford on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Prater for the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Black. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Cousins here to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
I got you.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. First down, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the